Ever felt like you're missing something when looking at dating profiles? Today we're going to dive deep into what women are actually telling you through their profiles, even when they don't realize it themselves. Look, we've all been there endlessly swiping, trying to figure out if someone's genuine or just putting up a facade. But here's the thing. Every profile tells a story, and once you know what to look for, you'll never see dating apps the same way again. Before we jump into specific signs, let's understand something crucial. Every dating profile is essentially a marketing document, but not in the way you might think. When someone creates a dating profile, they're not just showing you who they are, they're showing you who they think they are, and more importantly, who they want to be. This gap between self-presentation and reality is where the real insights lie. People leak information about themselves constantly through their profiles, often without realizing it. The words they choose, the photos they select, even the order they put things in, it all tells a story. What someone chooses to emphasize in their profile isn't random. It's usually what they value most, or what they're most insecure about. Understanding this distinction is key to reading profiles accurately. Let's break down the 4 key elements that reveal the most authentic information about someone's personality and intentions on dating apps. First up is photo consistency. This isn't just about how someone looks, it's about the story their photos tell together. When you see photos taken in different settings, it shows someone with an active, varied life. Think about it. If all photos are bathroom selfies, what does that tell you? Photos spread across different time periods usually indicate honesty. They're not just showing their best day ever. Look for those small, unplanned moments in photos, a genuine laugh, a candid shot, or even a slightly imperfect angle. These are gold mines of authenticity. Next, let's talk about how language patterns in bios reveal someone's true personality. People who use active voice, "I love hiking" versus "hiking is nice," tend to be more engaged and decisive in real life. When someone lists specific interests like "I collect vintage vinyl from the 70s" rather than just "I like music," they're typically more passionate and authentic. The emotional tone they use, whether playful, serious, or sarcastic, is usually a reliable indicator of their actual personality. The third element is social integration, how they present their social world. The presence and variety of friends in photos can indicate someone's social intelligence and ability to maintain relationships. Different types of activities shown suggest how they actually spend their time, not just how they'd like to be seen. Look for natural social proof. Are they comfortable in group settings? Do they have photos from various social contexts? Finally, let's examine overall profile effort. It's more revealing than you might think. Consistency and detail across all profile sections shows attention and commitment, crucial personality traits. How they engage with prompts and questions reveals their communication style and thoughtfulness. Regular profile updates and maintenance suggest someone who's actively and genuinely engaging in the dating process. Now, let's break down what should make you pause and what should make you excited when viewing a profile. Understanding these flags isn't about being judgmental, it's about being smart with your time and emotional energy. When every single photo has that perfect filter glow, it often indicates someone more focused on perception than authenticity. Think about it. We all know nobody looks like a Valencia filter in real life. A barely filled out bio might seem mysterious, but it usually signals low effort or someone not seriously looking for connection. It's like showing up to a job interview without a resume. Watch out for profiles where the bio conflicts with the photos or where basic information doesn't add up. These inconsistencies are often red flags for larger truth-telling issues. If someone's bio is filled with complaints about dating or past relationships, it's usually a sign they're carrying unresolved baggage. You want someone excited about possibilities, not stuck in past disappointments. Clear, recent photos, where you can actually see what someone looks like, show confidence and honesty. It's like saying, "This is me, take it or leave it," and that's refreshing. When someone shares specific interests, not just "I like food," but "I love trying new ramen spots," it shows they're genuine about who they are and what they enjoy. A profile where the photos, bio, and prompt answers all tell the same story indicates someone who knows themselves and communicates clearly. Look for profiles that radiate optimism without feeling fake. Someone who can be positive while still being real is often a great connection waiting to happen. The way someone curates their photos tells us a fascinating story about both their self-image and their dating intentions. Let's talk about the all-important first photo. Think of it as their elevator pitch. It's not just about looking good, it's about the specific image they want to lead with. Someone who leads with a group shot might value social connection, while a close-up selfie often indicates someone more focused on immediate physical attraction. The supporting photos are like chapters in a book. They should build a complete story. Pay attention to how diverse or similar these photos are. If every picture shows the same pose or expression, you're probably dealing with someone who's very conscious about controlling their image. Cropping choices are incredibly revealing. Are friends mysteriously cut out of every photo? Are the images zoomed in to hide context? These aren't always red flags, but they do tell you about someone's confidence and transparency levels. Photo captions might seem like minor details, but they're golden nuggets of personality. Someone who adds witty comments or context to their photos is usually more engaging in conversation. Meanwhile, no captions might suggest someone who lets their images do all the talking. The order of photos isn't random, it's a carefully constructed narrative. People typically place their most flattering photo first, but where they put their more casual or authentic shots tells you a lot about their comfort level with vulnerability. Your bio style is like your conversation style on paper. It's a preview of how you'll communicate in real life. The minimalist bio, the one with just an emoji or just ask, often indicates one of two things. Either someone who values mystery and wants to encourage direct conversation, or someone who's not investing much thought into their dating journey. The key is looking at how this minimal style aligns with their other profile elements. Then we have the storyteller. These are the profiles with rich narrative descriptions that paint a picture of their life. These people typically value emotional connection and are often great conversationalists. They're putting themselves out there, showing vulnerability through their words, which usually translates to more authentic interactions. The bullet point person is typically organized, direct, and values clarity. Their bio reads like a well-structured presentation of themselves. This often reflects someone who knows exactly what they want and appreciates efficiency in communication. They're likely to be straightforward in their dating approach too. Finally, the comedian, using humor in their bio, whether through puns, jokes, or witty observations. This style shows someone who values laughter and likely uses humor as both a shield and a way to connect. They're usually great at breaking ice, but pay attention to whether there's substance behind the jokes. Now let's master the art of understanding what's not explicitly stated, because sometimes the most important information lies in the subtle details. Let's talk about unspoken implications. When someone says they're spontaneous and love adventures, but all their photos are posed indoor shots, there's a disconnect. Or when they claim to be drama-free, well, people who actually are rarely need to state it. These subtle contradictions often reveal more truth than the actual words used. Context clues are everywhere if you know where to look. The timestamps on linked Instagram photos, the wear on items in different pictures, the changing seasons in the background, these details create a timeline of authenticity. They show you if someone's profile is current and actively maintained, or if it's more of a time capsule. The amount of time someone's invested in their profile is like a relationship forecast. Thoughtfully answered prompts, regularly updated photos, and well-crafted bios usually indicate someone who's genuinely looking for connection. It's not about perfection, it's about effort and authenticity. Hidden compatibility markers are those subtle hints that reveal shared values or lifestyles. Maybe it's the books visible in their background, the type of activities they're engaged in, or even how they interact with others in group photos. These unplanned details often predict compatibility better than any carefully written bio. If there's one thing you take away from this video, let it be this golden rule of profile analysis. The most revealing parts of a profile are often what people show unconsciously, not what they tell intentionally. This is absolutely crucial because it's the foundation of authentic profile reading. When we focus on unconscious signals, the natural expressions in candid photos, the casual references in bios, the consistent patterns across different profile elements, we get a much more accurate picture of who someone really is. Think about it. Anyone can say they're adventurous, but someone who genuinely is will show it without trying, through their candid shots, their stories, and their natural way of expressing themselves. It's these unplanned, unconscious elements that tell the real story. Let's turn everything we've learned into actionable steps you can use right now to make better connections. First, develop your 30-second profile scan routine. Start with photos. Look for consistency and authenticity. Then quickly assess the bio for specific interests and communication style. Finally, check for alignment between what's shown and what's told. This quick system will save you hours of time and potential disappointment. When it comes to starting conversations, use what I call the 3-point connection strategy. Find 3 specific elements from their profile that caught your attention, ideally mixing both visual cues and written content. This gives you multiple authentic conversation starters that show you've paid attention. Implement an authenticity check system. Look for at least 3 points of natural consistency between photos, bio, and prompt answers. If someone claims to be outdoorsy, do their photos show real adventures? If they say they're funny, does their writing actually show wit? This system helps you spot genuine profiles quickly. Pay attention to how they respond to profile prompts. Are the answers thoughtful or generic? Do they invite conversation or shut it down? These response patterns usually mirror how they'll communicate once you match. Finally, and this is crucial, trust your instinct. If something feels off, even if you can't quite explain why, it probably is. Your subconscious mind is incredibly good at picking up subtle inconsistencies. Don't ignore these feelings just because someone looks good on paper. As we wrap up, remember that reading profiles isn't about being judgmental. It's about being smart and intentional with your dating journey. You now have the tools to look beyond the surface and understand what profiles are really telling you. But here's the thing, this knowledge comes with responsibility. Use these insights to make genuine connections, not to dismiss people for minor imperfections. Remember, behind every profile is a real person with their own hopes and stories. The goal isn't to find a perfect profile, it's to find authentic connections with people who align with your values and goals. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more dating insights. Drop a comment below, sharing your biggest takeaway or any profile reading techniques that have worked for you. Until next time, keep swiping smart and stay authentic.